Where were your grandparents born?
Okay, Ibrahim, first of all, I send you my regards. My grandparents were born in Morocco.
Why Morocco? Is that correct? And my grandparents were born in Haifa?
Okay.
And where did they come from before? I'm not living there. I'm Palestinian and I've never been to Palestine because of you. No.
It's not my fault. Don't come blaming me for something I didn't do.
But your grandparents, are they in Morocco?
Wait, you're contradicting yourself. We said my grandparents are in Morocco, and you showed up in Haifa. How? How does that make sense?
But if you're from Morocco, what are you doing in Palestine?
Because I'm not Moroccan, I'm Jewish. Jews are not from Morocco, Jews are from Judea. Before being in Morocco, we Jews were in Spain, and before being in Spain, we were in Italy. Why? Rome was there, and before that we lived in Judea, but the Romans expelled us. That's why Jews are from Judea.
This gives you the right to take someone else's land.
Where is your family originally from? You mentioned Palestine, Haifa, but where before that?
We have been living there for thousands of years, Ismail.
Where is your family from? Where were they from before being from Haifa?
From the son of the Prophet Ibrahim. Where was Ismail born? Where was he born? Where was Ismail born?
Where is your family from? If you want to talk about the Bible, we are Israel.
Where was Ismail born? Where was Abraham, the prophet of God? Abraham born where?
Why are you afraid to answer my question? Where was your family before Haifa?
We are from Palestine.
Not the Arabs, and I can give you this history lesson. The Arabs are from the Arabian Peninsula. The Arabs are from somewhere else. They are from what is today Saudi Arabia. That's where the Arab world comes from. In fact, Arab comes from Arabian Peninsula, Jew comes from Judea. The Arabs arrived here in the 7th century. They invaded our land. Are you asking me about invaders? Do you know what the Israeli did across the Middle East and North Africa? That's invasion, forced removal, and massacre.
Bueno.
It's because of the hat. Ibrahim, believe me, I want there to be peace. Maybe even more than you do. In fact, I don't know how much peace you want, but we want there to be peace. We consider you to be ours. You said it yourself, the children of Ismail. We are the children of Isaac. We are family. But
forgive me.
Hamas is not a terrorist group. I understand that you want to see, I don't know, freedom, I don't know, but that doesn't excuse a terrorist organization. Con todo el respeto.
You come from Morocco, and I did a long time ago. I mean, in 1948, when my grandfather had to go to Jordan to take refuge in Jordan, the people in Jordan consider us as Jordanians of Palestinian origin, but in Jordan, we are not considered full Jordanians. Now, we who are here, why is it that we are the ones of the land, not you who are now scattered around the world? It's us. Why?
Ibrahim.
Do you know why? Is it because of you?
Do you know why?
Do you know what it means to be scattered across the earth? Right now, that's us. Nosotros.
Ibrahim, do you know why there were 700,000 Palestinian refugees? Do you know why? And I tell the audience when it was declared, well, let me tell you a bit of history. On November 29, 1947, the United Nations met together with all the Arab countries. They all met too.
With the Arab traitors, with the traitors.
The nations of the world gather.
Everyone who took money to sell their homeland, because of them, we are outside of Palestine today.
You're right that it's because of them, and I'm going to explain this. This is what I'm going to explain. They gathered, there was a vote, which was Resolution 181, to create a Jewish country and an Arab country in this territory. In fact, Haifa...
What fault does my grandfather have for taking away his land?
I'm going to get there. I'm going to get to that point. Relax, I'm going to get to that point. What happened is, so that people know the context, the United Nations votes and the majority approves the creation of a Jewish state. The Arabs rejected the offer and didn't establish an Arab country. They didn't want to create a country named Palestine. In fact, that name wasn't even used. It was only adopted starting in 1964. But anyway, what happens is that if 5 Arab countries attack Israel simultaneously, 5, Lebanon, Syria, Jordan, Egypt, Forces from Iraq, forces from other places in the region, local Arabs from Haifa go out to kill their Jewish neighbors. And so, in 1948, Israel fights a defensive war,
defending itself from being strangled by those Jews who are there. Palestine received them. The ones Hitler killed, those who came from Germany, those who came from everywhere, they managed to escape the massacre they suffered. And because of that, instead of staying quiet, they want to take all of Palestine. So there's someone who says that we hate Christians, but we don't hate Christians because the ones who deny Jesus Christ are you, because you never believed in him.
Ibrahim, I want to clarify that point, but first of all, this is the context. If 5 Arab nations, including the locals, hadn't wanted to exterminate the Jews, this conflict would never have happened. Israel, in its act of defense, is what causes the refugees, in fact. And I'm not the one saying it. Please look it up. Look for the thousands of testimonies online. The Arab leaders told the locals, the Palestinian Arabs as they call them, to leave their homes. They told them, leave your homes. We said we'd exterminate Israel, and after that you could return and reclaim your possessions. But Israel was never exterminated, so those people became refugees instead. 700,000 Palestinian refugees. Do you know how many Jewish refugees came from that same war? 850,000. There were more Jewish refugees from that same war. So, what are you talking about? 1, 2, the Palestinians were allies of the Nazis. Are you telling me who helped us in World War II? No, not you, not you. Hajj Amin al-Husseini. Have you heard of him? Who was Hajj Amin al-Husseini? Tell the audience, Hitler's best friend. And he was the leader of the Palestinians at that time, the one who wanted to build concentration and extermination camps here to kill the Jews of this land. Look up Hajj Amin al-Husseini, allies of the Nazis. Don't tell me it was the other way around when the Nazis were persecuting them, since they were actually friends with the Nazis. Learn some history before making inaccurate statements. 3. The only city where I've truly seen coexistence in my life, where there really is coexistence between Jews and Arabs, is Haifa. Haifa, where you say your family is from, is the only place where there were no refugees. So what are you talking about? That there were refugees from Haifa? It's the only city where there is coexistence. Ibrahim, when you say you've never set foot there, when you come, go to Haifa, look to your right and to your left, and you will see Jews and Arabs from the same era living together perfectly. It's one of the only cities where this happens. Where I live, it also happens. In fact, in Beersheba, this phenomenon also occurs. There are other places where it's more tense, like in Judea and Samaria. There, yes, there's a lot of tension. There, honestly, Jews and Arabs don't get along. But when you told me your family was expelled from Haifa, I don't want to discredit what you said, but it's just that when you see the reality, it's not like that. Forgive me for saying this, Ibrahim. There will be peace again. I'm telling you, there will be peace, not with Hamas when Hamas is gone. Let's have a dialogue for peace, and let's look for ways. As people, like you and me, let's look for how to achieve peace, but not with Hamas. Thank you for covering my bald head with that hat. And well, Ibrahim, I don't know if you have anything to add, but...
Well,
Ibrahim isn't here.
Someday we'll come back, and not just for a stamp in my passport. I won't need Israel's authorization to enter Palestine. I'll go in because if it's my turn to go there, we'll reclaim what belongs to my grandfather.
I don't think so, because even before Palestine existed, the Talmud mentions this in Tractate Berakot. The city of Haifa as a Jewish city, it's written Tivon, Haifa, and Tzfat as Jewish cities, before the name Palestine was invented, so not Haifa. With respect, you're welcome to live here if you want. Don't try to buy the laws, don't try to visit in your case, but don't live in movies that are not going to happen. Israel, we are strong. Israel, we want peace. I told you. We seek peace with people like you. But if people like you don't seek peace with people like us, you won't have it.